Sayori.
Sayori.
That spoke to my heart. This is just a guess, but are you my soulmate? Did you wait until this morning to write this?
No. Just a little bit.
You can't answer it just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Oh, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or how should I put... Am I Elvis now?
You're Johnny Bravo. Oh, mom.
It sounds just like you. I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last time. There you go.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school.
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah.
But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I'll look forward to it.
Oh, you want to smash Sayori as much as you smash that space bar, huh?
Let's see here. I'll do Yuri.
Yuri's the best.
I hate Yuri.
You don't like Yuri?
No, I mean, she's so quiet. I mean, I just don't like her voice.
She has big personality.
Stop it! Stop it! As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional.
I can't believe you don't like Yuri, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yuri's
What
the
was
best.
that?
Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face.
He's going to hate me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for?
Wow. Yuri takes a deep breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really.
Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again.
Well, I know that. I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness or something
Sorry.
was...
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. The stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gets you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though.
Yeah, she can. But biased how?
Well, never mind.
That's right. Keep your mouth
I
shut.
shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. Gomenasai.
It's fine. It's fine. Just don't want it to happen again. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki.
Do you mind if I read you your poem now?
Please do. I love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which is itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club?
I can't read that.
They didn't teach me that in school.
Ghost under the light.
Let's read this together. Let's do
Guys,
it
I
romantically.
was never taught cursive, but I can read this.
Let's read this together.
The tunnels of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow.
Bathing. It must be this one.
The
The
last
last remaining
street light.
streetlights to have withstood the
The
test of time.
The
The
last
last
yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green
hue of the future.
I
By
bathe, calm,
Calms, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back.
Okay.
Eh,
Beautiful.
I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting.
My face hurts. What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Well, I just don't read script very often. Actually, I think your handwriting is pretty.
Eh, that's a relief.
Too pretty. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write us something a little more mild.
Still laughing at what you said.
Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts here?
What's so funny?
I have something I want to ask you, Yuri.
That's just a joke.
Are you into ghosts?
Are you into ghosts?
Uh-huh.
Are you into the occult?
Hmm. Actually, this story isn't about a ghost at all, Longshot.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it, after all.
No.
Remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in our last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past,
Who hurt you?
and soon to be left with nothing.
It's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
Eh? It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so...
Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Long Schlong.
Me too.
That was amazing.
That was great.
That was beautiful. Hi, Long Schlong. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new at everything,
Super, enthusiastic.
do you remember that guy that wore the fedora? No, the trilby hat and senpai, the senpai guy. The who? Notice me senpai.
Notice me, senpai.
That guy.
Notice me,
the interview guy?
That's what I was going for.
Oh yeah, dude, you should try.
If you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. don't be afraid of anything. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
High ground! Alright, I'll keep that in mind.
Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Ha ha ha! Don't worry, Long Schlong.
Pose!
We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll have to learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true.
I hand Monica my poem.
This is Israel.
Are we gonna
Great job, Long Schlong. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it.
Oh.
It was really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
You know that you're
You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing,
no,
right?
Wait, no.
Writing that's full of imaginary symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it.
Oh.
It's very challenging to write that like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances.
Oh.
It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though.
I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet.
Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find... That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kind of styles. But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything.
Pose!
Oh.
Ah.
Don't ever do that again. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now?
Sure.
Don't worry, I'm not very good.
Are any of these people good?
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident.
Democracy!
That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then.
I'll read it.
Do you want me to read it?
You can read it.
Okay.
Hole in a wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction that spackle protrude.
Fuck, I can't. You read it. I can't do that.
That's pretty good though.
I'll read it. Hole in a wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside
for a clue.
for a clue.
Oh.
No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas. I'm blind, already scorched with a permanent copy of meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching far into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in.
Can I just say
You
that
have
was
to click off, yeah.
amazing?
Yeah, it was beautiful. I know. I wrote it. So what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
That's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays.
You wouldn't understand.
But what do you know? That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it.
Oh my god.
You okay there, bud?
Yeah, I was not expecting that.
Sorry. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently.
Epiphany.
It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany. Epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story about your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something.
I'm gonna beep every time.
Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Please don't beep again. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big, dark puddle of ink.
Oh.
So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Do you think she's so entitled she has good
Pew.
advice?
Pew. 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 I guess it's April. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as sorry.
It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I guess that's what I ended up getting into myself into, but damn it. Across the room. Don't do it.
My opportunity.
Across the room, Yuri and Monaco are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's up with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Yeah. Cute? Did you completely miss a symbolism or something?
Equals can fly.
It's clearly about the feelings of giving up. How could that be cute? I know that. I just meant... You meant what? The language. What about the language? Yes. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you had to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. See, Yuri liked it. And Long Schlong did too. So based on that, I'd gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all... Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon. Unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Long Schlong liked my poem too, you know.
I like your enunciation of my name.
Long Schlong.
Long Schlong. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh!
I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Long Schlong appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. And how do you know he did appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Oh. I'm trying to make that.
What?
Is everyone okay?
Everyone.
Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Long Schlong started showing up.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Natsuki?
Natsuki, that's a little...
It doesn't involve you!
Oh, wait.
It was supposed to.
Okay, let's do it one more. 1, 2, 3.
This doesn't involve you! I don't like fighting, guys!
Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there.
Long Schlong. She's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true! She started it, she's a skank! If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this would never happen in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Long Schlong!
Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right? Long Schlong? Well?
How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course that's going to be.
Ooh, what are you gonna do?
You should get some advice.
I
from Sayori.
actually agree more with Yuri, to be honest.
Yeah, I did too, but you know what I did?
What?
I'm not gonna tell you, because this is your playthrough. This
Help
is
me,
your game.
Sayori! No, do Yuri. Or, I don't know.
I don't want to.
You're playing.
You're gonna pin them
playing.
on each other.
I don't want to.
You're playing.
Ooh.
You can make a cat fight
Wait.
by picking one.
By picking one?
Yeah.
Ooh,
I don't know what happens. Oh, wow.
Natsuki,
Wow.
you're right that I liked your poem.
Oh, gosh.
Oh wait, that's wrong.
See?
You picked Natsuki?
Wait, my darling, wait. Damn it! It's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You should pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different.
That's not what happened at all! Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously!
I understand. Yuri, please come. Don't let my changing accents.
Wait, who'd you pick? Did you pick Yuri or?
You picked Natsuki.
Okay.
Don't let my changing accents distract you. Please, sir, don't let my horrible ugliness distract you from the movie.
Oh, it's okay, bro.
No, boy. You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed.
Well, that's...
But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute.
I see. I didn't notice that.
No, you didn't you?
I'm sorry.
But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yura means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then it wouldn't happen in the first place. Friendship!
Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did! It was her that...
Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think that you should too?
Natsuki clenched her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up feeling bad for her.
Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head.
Sayori, she just doesn't need to.
You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now.
Without warning, Natsuki snatches up her own poem from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumbles up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash, and farts out the room.
Natsuki?
She really didn't need to do that.
The stench bellows up to our noses. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair.
Everything all right?
I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now.
Nay, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you.
Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Long Schlong. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now.
There, it's nothing.
One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, you know,
What? Speak up.
I would never do anything so shameful.
Speak up.
So,
Eh? What thing did Natsuki say? Speak up. What is it?
well, never mind that.
What?
I'm going to make some tea.
You're dismissed. Good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems?
It was a lot of fun! Well, I'd say it was worth it.
Look at her, look at her smile. She's just like,
Well,
Alright.
I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright, Leslie.
Long Schlong! How about you?
yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow.
I feel like
Wait,
a
what?
beautiful fairy.
The same thing?
The same thing.
What?
The same thing.
The same thing.
The same thing.
What? Is she?
And maybe you learned something from your friends too.
I feel like Monica's got something going on with her.
So your poems will turn out even better.
Is
What's
this
wrong with Monica?
poem simulator? Something's wrong with her.
I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination.
Long Schlong! Ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go.
Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori.
What, Sayori? About what happened earlier?
What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No.
Oh, good. It's hostile in there.
That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
Thinking about it. No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. Yeah. I can see why they'd make good friends with you.
Phew. You know, Long Schlong, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too.
Let's.
Every day is going to be so much fun.
It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught wit onto the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there?
We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori.
I pat Sayori on the shoulder like a good friend gingerly would. I said that more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay!
Let's do this.